Happy spooky season! I received a review copy of World of Horror as part of the press campaign for its release, so I decided to take a look at it on an exclusive Patreon stream, then voice my thoughts here as sort of an intro to the VOD. I'm a big fan of manga, horror, and retro games, so World of Horror is right up my alley. The basic flow of the game has you going through these sort of semi-randomized adventure RPG missions with the ultimate goal of defeating an elder god that's coming to wipe out humanity. Each run takes an hour or two, and there's a lot of meta progression even if you get a game over. The RPG combat is fairly simple, and you'd think the mysteries would get old after the second or third run, but a lot of the fun is in learning to sort of go off the beaten path in these scenarios, which you can only really start doing once you know what's in store for you. Combined with the Binding of Isaac-style unlock screens, it adds a lot of replayability and gives you access to a sense of mastery that would normally feel pretty shallow in an adventure game. Now, some people are definitely going to bounce off of this one. It's very idiosyncratic and deeply committed to being what it is, but if you're a fan of Junji Ito or old PC-98 games, there's a lot of fun to be had here. Thanks for sticking around through the overview. Now let's get on to the stream. Yeah, I don't... Oops, that's a little loud. Yeah, I don't think there's... There we go. I don't think there's another lo-fi game like this that does presentation any better. This game looks so good and it sounds so good. Alright, I think we're just gonna jump right in. Don't see a strong reason to mess with anything. Okay, I will say the 2-bit looks a little bit better. I like the 2 color. So I'm gonna stick with 2-bit, but we're gonna be in manga colors. Okay, we've all seen the spine-chilling story of School Scissors. Yeah, Eureka, if you look at the screen right now, there's white and black, and then there's also this gray here. So it's using 2 tones along with all of the screen tone effects to create. Yeah. Now chat gets it. Is the... Okay, just making sure chat is visible. Let's go ahead and customize the playthrough. opt into certain unlocks here. Let me see if I got this password. I see. It's just the seed. City of Shiikawa, Japan, 1980-something. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also new, unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you've finally arrived in doomed town. Alright, so we need to pick a character. So we've got Kirie Minami. Could the ghosts following her in any way be connected with the weird events happening in the town? Starts with a random spell, higher knowledge, lower strength. Aiko Takahashi, barely surviving after a ghost of a man. Barely surviving after a ghost of a drowned man kept her underwater, she is determined to solve this mystery. The delay on my monitor is really screwing me up here. This is the Yakuza driver, Haru. Robbing that old abandoned manor was a mistake. With his friends dead and mutilated and a vengeful horror chasing him, no speed is too fast. Higher strength, lower knowledge, and he starts with cigarettes. Teen idol, Mizuki Hamasaki. What a strange world we live in, where stopping an ancient evil is the easiest way to boost your career. Photographer, Koji Tagawa. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The government won't sweep this one under the rug. Okay. And then for backstory... Interesting. If she's 20, how can she be a teen idol? That's what I want to know. Okay, so we don't have a backstory to choose. We're just kind of left with these characters. I believe these characters were all in the beta. I know there are more that weren't. Some basic options. I'm gonna leave things on the defaults. I think we'll go with Haru. I like his shirt. It's stripy. Okay, we only start with classic mode. Somewhere, a group of people gather, trying to awaken their master. The terrible spider god, Thok Atarasu. The Ithotu, the devouring fire. Ath-Yolazaf, the towering eye. And Goizo, the thing forsaken by God. I like Goizo. Banished to the other dimension a long time ago, Goizo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare and teleport its prey straight through reflective glass. The glimpses behind your reflections are just the beginning of the real nightmare. I'm familiar enough with the game, but I just want to see if this is anything useful to us. It's just tutorial stuff. Yeah. Let's go to the lighthouse. The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Multiple padlocks prevent you from entering the building. You need 5 keys. Check your mailbox, it's empty. Back in your home, you think of your next move. You're not currently investigating any weird mystery. Recent newspaper clippings and notes collected in the next room should point you in the right direction. Inexplicable and morbid events have been plaguing your town for some time now. You've marked down 5 of them, hoping that there is something connecting them. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want. Beware, your decisions will haunt you and influence yet unsolved mysteries. Hypno Shirt Outlaw. Very good. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. I believe this might have to do with Akamanto, and that is somebody I've discussed on this channel before. He's a real yokai. We're going with Akamanto. A new game is spreading among your friends. A dare to stay in the unused school restroom after classes. A dare to meet Akamanto. What was originally harmless fun has turned deadly. The body of a boy was found last week. The school principal has banned the game, but that's only made it more popular. Akamanto must be stopped before another kid is killed. We're gonna go to the school. Our current goal is to learn gossip, so we'll go to the schoolyard. Just a 20-year-old man hanging out of the school. The girl whispers, "Bow, clap." should probably leave her alone. Joy is waiting for class to begin. They seem relaxed. Kaede is reading a horror manga about spirals. There's something off about them. Kohaku notices you and smiles. They look fine. Hachi is taking their pen apart and putting it together over and over. They look fine. Okay, let's get gossip. Did you hear? There's a cliff nearby with strangely shaped holes. Have you heard about this computer program? She hasn't come to school since last week. When Akamanto asks which paper you want, you must refuse everything. You've heard some versions of the legend. Everyone agrees you can't take anything the man offers you, though. Okay, so we got our gossip. One of your friends says he doesn't believe in curses and intends to complete the dangerous dare. You enter the school bathroom to wash your face with cold water. A sudden noise behind you stops you in your tracks. One of the stall doors has opened on its own. Let's close the door. You walk to the door and try to close it, but something is blocking it. When you look up, you see a ghostly pale hand holding the door. Can we use a cigarette? Okay, now we've got nicotine rush going, which increases our reason. It got rid of our nicotine withdrawal, which I don't know what that was doing, but you back off from the toilet as the door slowly opens. A girl in a tattered uniform is standing there. Her head twists unnaturally as she makes a roaring, rattling noise. The door behind you slams shut. We bowed and clapped like the ritual was too long to have effect. Okay, I see. Taking our sanity. Try sever kick. I don't think we're doing any damage. Okay, we don't know what the actual ritual is here. try assessing. And I just run away. With your friends safe for now, you should look into the legend. Maybe records of the city's library make mention of Akamanto. I guess our friend is safe because we reported the fact that he was gonna go to the principal. Through the dirty-looking restaurant window, you notice a shady man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around as if he's checking for any unwanted followers. What could it mean? We're gonna follow the rude man. The door is locked, but you repeat the knocking pattern that the suspicious man used. A moment later, the door opens and a surprised teen with greasy hair asks who the hell you are. Mistaking these nerds for cultists sure is embarrassing, but deep down you're relieved. Okay. Somehow doing that got us into the library. We read a story about a vengeful samurai known for wearing a crimson red cape. It's an interesting find for sure, but we need to find more information. Oh no. One of the articles mentions a young doctor who performed a life-saving surgery on a victim of a brutal assault. The assault happened in the toilet stall. Maybe he still works at the hospital and can share some information. I'm gonna go into the hospital. You still have some time before you are asked to the office. You could randomly explore the hospital. Might as well do that. Shouldn't bother the recovering patients. Okay, we'll go in the morgue. The morgue's door is closed. Fine, we'll just go to the doctor's office. The emergency department is crowded as a direct result of the weird things happening in your town. You're finally asked to the doctor's office. Now, how can I help you today? Additional actions available on the injury cards. Injury cards. We certainly have injuries, but that's not... Okay, I guess we just have to investigate the hospital. Someone has been branding patients with occult symbols. Branded, like cattle. Are they preparing a feast for their eldritch masters? You learn that the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the latest murder, taking all of his records with him. Why would he do that? That's not the only bad news. Your friend didn't come to school today, and another body has supposedly been found. She hasn't come to school since last week. It's been so hard to get any sleep lately. I keep hearing a wailing sound coming from the third stall in the girls' bathroom. Sir, why are you in the girls' bathroom? Eureka says just hears it as he walks past, hopefully. Yeah, maybe, but how does he know, like he knows exactly which stall it is. This door shouldn't be there. It shouldn't lead anywhere. More importantly, it shouldn't pull you in. You're gonna resist it. The principal has ordered the school to be closed down. Hearing footsteps behind you, you realize you aren't the only student here. A girl wearing a demon's mask starts giggling as she gets closer. Found a broken bottle, and we got slashed with a box cutter. Where is our inventory? How do we get that? Broken bottle. I think we died. That's okay. Oh, we actually beat her, but I don't think that matters. That encounter was the final straw. Your mind has snapped and you've been locked up in an asylum. It would be comforting to accept that you were insane, that no old god is awakening to devour humanity. But the drugs haven't made these horrors disappear. They got us. Alright, I would say that that didn't go very great. So I'm a manga fan. I like manga. And God, that horrible And so for me, I just don't think that I don't think any of them are better than just the straight up black and white. This one's kind of neat. This one too. Yeah, oh gosh, what was I forget what that color scheme is called with the purple and the teal and the white. The Commander Keen colors. Yeah, this one looks really nice. I'm gonna hit quick play. Just go with a randomized playthrough. It's interesting how just these very minor color changes can kind of bring a lot to these images. Like, you know, having this X being red and this what is this thing called? It's in Fear and Hunger as well. It's I can't remember the name of it. Curse, it's like cursive hexagram or something. It's on the tip of my tongue. The media has been reporting about various people with seemingly supernatural skills. Could it have any connection with the news about stars disappearing from the night sky? Edelweiss says unicursal hexagram. That's correct. That's what it was. We'll go through the school scissors story. This is the first one they ever put out. This one is also based on a I don't know if mythology is the right word. It's like a Japanese scary story that has existed for like 100 years or something at this point. Another boy from your school has disappeared. Rumor has it, a terrible woman has returned from the grave. A woman with the widest smile and the sharpest scissors. You knew your friend was up to something when he left his notebook full of cryptic notes. I can send her back to where she belongs, he claimed. After he too disappeared, you decided to study the notebook for clues. It details a ritual that claims to stop the wicked woman once and for all. What's the worst thing that could happen? Your missing friend has left you a notebook. If the rumors are true, to stop the tall woman with scissors, you'll need to perform a ritual to force her material form to appear in our dimension. Accomplishing this requires first the drawing of an eldritch sigil, then the lighting of holy candles. You can only hope your friend has left them somewhere around the school. So this one's a little bit more clear-cut than the last one. We know exactly what we need to do, and there's only really one location we have to do it in. So we're looking for the correct sigil and some candles. And we also need a weapon to fight the lady when she shows up. And anything else we can learn about her will be useful. we're just gonna leave this bathroom. We're gonna go into this weird door. Lost in time and space, you drift in nothingness until something pulls you to the light. A parasitic star is looming over the dying civilization. Is this the fate of our planet as well? So we can enter the destroyed temple, venture further into the desert, or dig through the sand. This is really cool. This looks great. Inside the decaying nave, you find a keepsake from the ancient world. There's a humanoid skeleton wearing ruined armor. Its weapon looks strangely familiar. Okay, we got a weapon. Oh, it's a katana. Alright. That seems pretty good. Something is wrong. Instead of a clear blue sky, you see the bloated corpse of a long-forgotten deity looming over the school's roof. The barrier between worlds is coming apart. You must hurry or risk being noticed by whatever other eldritch horrors still lurk here. I'm gonna try to sneak. You raise your head in time to see Yolazith's single eye glaring down at you. You scream as your mind is flooded with forbidden knowledge and your skin is etched with ancient runes and curses. We gain 20 experience, but we also have a curse. Let's look at this curse. Casting spells raises doom. And that's actually changed our portrait. So that also... that is also the effect that this god has just by being the god for this run. So I think the doom counter will go up really quickly if we cast any spells, so we should avoid doing that. You found blessed chalk, which you use to draw the sigil in your ritual. You copy the sigil as best you can on the blackboard. Hopefully it'll be enough. Okay. It's interesting that we can redraw the sigil. I think maybe... It's more like journal. I'm not totally certain that's the right sigil. Oh, is it just a unicursal hexagram that we need? Yeah, I love stuff like that, Josh. The portrait changing. That's like one of my favorite things about the Binding of Isaac. Friend's diary. Does it say here? Oh, okay. Yes, okay, so it's a upward triangle with a little star in the corner. Okay, that's the one. Pretty sure that's the only little star. Yeah. Okay, we still need to find that candle, so let's get looking. You find an old trophy case set in a seemingly abandoned corner. Everything inside is covered in a thick layer of dust. One medal seems particularly valuable. Huh, the person involved with the current case was a prize-winning swimmer. Sound of scissors is getting louder. You must hurry. She said she would do everything to be with you, even if it meant to cheat death itself. Ugh. Stalker girl. Yandere. Dodge, and we will attack boost. There we go. Okay, I don't think she'll be too hard to beat if we just keep doing that. Good night, Ghost Juice. Man, this katana is really good. It's doing 9 damage on a normal attack. Okay, we've defeated the Stalker Girl, and we picked up an occult diary. We found the holy candles in our friend's backpack. We lit them as instructed by the notebook. Everything is ready for the ritual. Okay, we can use this to reduce the doom counter. I think we want to do that just because... Well, we'll hold on to it for a second. We're going to perform the ritual. Wait, what's that? You take a step back as a writhing amorphous mass takes shape. Soon it becomes a tall, woman-like creature with 3 faces, all connected by a wide smile. Now it is your chance to fight and defeat this horror. It is also your only chance. Twisting and twitching, the demon woman enters the classroom, cackling menacingly. Am I beautiful? Use combat skill. So combat skill reduces our experience by 5, but it increases our chance to hit by 10% for the rest of the fight, which seems very useful. Just hit her for 18. Don't know. That's good. Okay, we won. That katana is really good. The ancient horror lies dead on the classroom floor, slowly dissolving into nothingness. You find your friend, gravely wounded but alive. You help him up, and both of you limp away from the school as the police sirens get louder. Alright, so we defeated the scissor monster, and our friend is now the Joker. Scissor Woman is gone for good. Or is she? You shudder, knowing the urban legend will inspire another kid in another city to try and summon the Eldritch being. Rewards for solving this mystery. Knowledge is key, plus 30 experience. There's still hope, minus 3 doom. Tireless, plus 1 reason and stamina. And time passes, 1 day has passed. I'm the Joker, baby. The old god stirs, quicker to reveal its effect. What? I could have sworn it was Monday, not Tuesday, right? Okay, so we lost a day. And that gave us 5 extra doom. Inside your mailbox you find a small key. What's it doing in there? Back in your home, you think of your next move. Weird, nothing happens. Okay, there's a light switch that doesn't do anything and a drawer that we can open and close for no reason. Okay, and that's one of the keys that we need to open the lighthouse, which I think is how we will beat the game. Bizarre Brute of the Blood-Curdling Botanist. Did they just change fruit to have a B in order to get their alliteration? That's a power move. Tragic Tale of the Thaumaturgy Teacher. Vicious Verses of a Violent Vigil. Bloody Brief of a Beckoning Bulletin. We'll do the Bizarre Brute. Your neighbor asked you to help. Her husband, Shiro-san, has gone missing. She's worried it might be connected with the new fertilizer he ordered from Tokyo. Brute is an archaic word. It is a report or a rumor. Or it can refer to like a heart murmur, says Jamavi. So there's a little mini quest we can do called Mycology Maniac. We have to investigate the school location twice. We've got the business card of a gardening company where the missing man was working. Maybe some of his colleagues could tell you something useful. I'm gonna investigate the school twice just to get the Mycology Maniac. People point and talk about a man on the other side of the street. He looks confused, muttering to himself while occasionally touching a festering wound on his cheek. You stop in your tracks and listen to the man's cursed incantation. -2 reason. But we learned a spell. Spells. So we have 3. We have absorb, multiply wound, and third eye. Okay, absorb actually looks quite good, except our reason is sort of low. You hear a faint sound while walking outside the biology classroom. Inside is an old anatomy model, its heart beating. The sight almost makes you sick. -1 skill. A new yet undefined species of the cordyceps fungus has been observed to infect rats, taking over their bodies. Could it have the same effect with other mammals? Okay, and we took another damage just from... I'm not really sure. Do we just need to investigate here to learn? So we're looking for this guy's co-workers. The investigation is starting to take a toll on your health. You feel like you're about to fall asleep standing up. How do you address your weakened state? Do we have any money? The frappe macchiato is a nice pick-me-up. Okay, that didn't help us, but it... Shiro-san has always been a weirdo, but he's good at what he does. Last month, he ordered a pack of experimental fungicide from Tokyo. I think I've seen a dispatch order with this address somewhere, the old man says. Help me move this dirt, and I'll look for it. Seeing the 2 chopped off heads, you can't help but wonder who's been preparing your food for the last week. I can research occult notes, call the police, or do nothing. I'm gonna call the police. Oh, they held us for 48 hours. Fantastic. Hey, Tyler. While the dispatch order is stained with a foul-smelling liquid, you think you can make out the address, at least parts of it. The house is somewhere in a nearby forest. It's the dog store. Okay, I don't see anything that increases our... stamina. I'm also still not seeing where our funds are. A random discounted item. Oh, a bottle of milk. It gives +1 stamina. Okay, we just drink it and we'll feel better. We're going to the village and we're going to investigate. An old man stops you and invites you into his house. You follow reluctantly, only to be amazed by the number of dusty old sorcery books inside. I can teach you a thing or two about magic, he says. Don't worry about payment. I'm sure we'll work it out in the future. No, thank you. My reason is bad enough. You don't decline me, you fool, he shouts as you flee the house. The man throws his books at you and one of them hits you in the head. -1 stamina. It's dark. You don't remember the trees growing so close to each other. Okay, I guess we've just got to explore the woods. You have a feeling that you're being watched when you hear a branch snapping. You quickly turn around. There is someone standing in the trees just a few meters away. Let's confront them. It's just a creepy scarecrow. Relieved, you decide to leave the area just in case. You are surprised to find a well-dressed man sitting on a rock in the middle of the forest. When you get closer, however, you discover that he's wearing a realistic mask that falls on the ground. Do you have a moment to speak about this product? That's my dream salesman voice. Let's mess him up. Grab this. Okay, this katana just does so much damage that we can kind of just attack spam. We got enough experience to level up. So I'm going to raise our strength because we are definitely just doing katana spam, and I'm going to raise our reason because it's Okay, it looks like I can raise strength or reason. And our perk that we get is Outdoorsman is attuned with the natural rhythm of life. Second Sight is additional damage against ghost and eldritch enemies. Arcane Grasp is 2 spell slots. I'm going to take Outdoorsman because I think it unlocks an extra ending for this this story. So I'll boost our strength, which is our lowest stat, and grab Outdoorsman. Stumble across a half-eaten deer carcass. There's an abandoned hut here. You were planning out your next steps. It got you thinking about everything that needs to be done, and everything that could happen, and every awful thing that's already happened, and now all you can think about is just how scary and horrible things are. Okay, so we can cry or we can thug it out. I'm a little worried about our reason. cry, says Jamavi. You can barely get out of sight before you break down into heaving sobs. Why? Why you? You don't want to do this anymore, but if you don't, everyone will die. You cry and cry and cry, plus 3% doom. Okay, I'm gonna use this book, and it will... So we burned that cursed diary that we found on the Yandere girl, and that reduces the doom by 3%. The trees overhead block the sunlight, and you begin to feel gloomy. -2 reason. Oh, great. Following a trail of rotten fruit, you stumble upon a small forest shrine. It's probably dedicated to some local spirit. The small statue looks alien and menacing. Let's destroy it. You topple the evil-looking statue and discover a bundle of money beneath it. Finally, after what felt like hours of following the dirt road, you find the old mansion. It's completely overgrown with plants you've never seen before. In front of the garden, there's a gardening company minivan filled with boxes. Slowly, you enter the building with caution. You stand in the middle of the room when suddenly the floor gives way and you fall down to the basement. Falling through the hole in the floor, you find yourself in an overgrown basement. In the corner lies a man you recognize. It's Shiro-san, the missing gardener. You must help him escape this cursed place. Plants are attacking you. You must protect the injured Shiro-san and lead him to safety. He will continue to lose health each turn. Okay, we need to lead him outside a bunch. Stop and take a closer look at Shiro-san's injuries. Is that all we can do this turn? Let's do that real fast. The top of Shiro-san's head flies off, revealing his brain. Out of it bursts the fruiting body of a fungus. Okay, I guess I'm glad I looked at him. He did so much damage. I think that's game. I don't think we have any way to... He did like 6 health and like 8 reason or something in one hit. I don't think any of my spells will help here. Nope. The fungus dies and with it the gardener. With nobody to grow from, you hope that's the end of it. You finally understood something. The plants weren't attacking you, they were protecting you from the unnatural form of life. The friendly dog disappeared last night. You'll have to find a new place to buy equipment. Wait, that ended the thing. Can I, like, sleep and get my... Take a cold bath? Once per year, a ramen shop appears where there was once an alleyway. The ramen sold inside is made from its former patrons, but it can cure any health problem. I wonder if I can go to the hospital or something. 2B used to be one of the most outstanding classes in the school, at least before their teacher's disappearance. Yeah. Well, we did all right. There's a button here. I wonder if that's the reset button. Sekaino, 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 Sekaino. That's just world of, world of, world of, world of. We could do Cowboy Bebop colors for one of them. Let's do that. Do a quick play again, just a randomized run. I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody and their stuff together. Okay, so we have the same god this time, the missing stars. Okay. And I think this is the teen idol? Yeah. Why did you sign that contract? +1 max reason. At the end of the mystery, if you don't have at least 2 followers, lose 2 reason. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Your aunt has sent you a letter inviting you to a curious-sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village and the nearby fields are surrounded by thick forest. Someone's waiting for us? A fat man in dusty overalls approaches you. It's the inn owner who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands, which are so deformed that they resemble claws more than hands. The inn's room is dusty like it hasn't seen any visitors in years. You wonder if anyone cleaned it since the last festival 27 years ago. There's a folder of available activities lying on the table. Onsen sounds good. Okay, we can enjoy the festival here. There's still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy setting up stands and decorating the place. A few stands are already open, but you can't shake off the feeling something is wrong. It's getting late. Let's look for friends. You stumble into your friend, Yoichi. I need you to move some stuff. Can you help? Yeah, we can do that. And so now we have Ryuichi and Yoichi. Yoichi is our salaryman friend. He's a middle-aged salaryman who's friends with Teen Idol. Ryuichi is an informant with broken hands. What is... Why is her best friends are like two middle-aged men and one of them is like a criminal? Alright, can we do anything else at the festival? Let's just enjoy the festival. There, would you like to test your luck at this fine game? The Black Coat Raffle. Yes. A special prize for you. The creepy vendor hands you a map of the village. One building is marked with a red circle. Today's goal, learn more about the festival itself. A weird sound wakes you up. You step closer to the window and look out. You can't see anything and get ready to go to bed when suddenly the moon comes from behind the thick clouds. 3 hooded figures are standing at the forest's edge. One by one, they light their torches and disappear behind the trees. What was that about? They all wore strange masks. Should you follow them into the forest or try to find more information about the festival? Okay, I want to check out this village map that we got. We're not ready to go there yet. An old man stops and invites you into his house. You follow reluctantly, only to be amazed by the... Ah, so this is the spells. We'll learn a spell. Okay. So we have Unearthly Suture, which will remove 1 injury. And we have Mind Drain, which will restore 2 reason at the cost of 1 max reason. Explore the woods. Weird friends. Drooping tree branches cover the path, framing it in an almost macabre way. It's almost inspiring. Let's get lost in our thoughts. You get almost completely lost in your thoughts. You wander around the woods for a long time, but you're sure you have some new leads in your investigation. You have a feeling that you're being watched, and you turn to see a... Okay, there's someone standing in the trees. We saw this one. In the front. The decomposing skin and vacant stare can only mean one thing. It's a corpse someone has propped up. The fact that someone could do it so close to you, and so quietly, makes you shudder. Going back to the inn, you overhear 2 masked villagers. They're talking about something awakening at the next dawn. You wonder what's up with that. Explore the village. Following a weird gargling sound, you enter an alley. Standing in the shadows, you notice someone wearing a policeman's uniform.
Overlog citizen, nothing to see here.
You've made a horrible mistake. Oh boy. So I'm going to order my allies to attack. Where was that? disadvantage because we don't have any weapons or anything. I'll look for a weapon. Got a broken bottle. We can equip that. He's weak against this slash damage we can do. We killed him. Wait, what's that? We got handcuffs. Okay, we're pretty hurt, so I wonder if we can relax a bit. Why so quiet all of a sudden? What do the handcuffs do? While in inventory, lower human enemy's power by 5. Or we can defeat a human enemy with 12 or less. Interesting, okay. So these have a very good passive effect. Is that blood? Where is everybody? I like how happy she still is. A trail of blood and sickly-smelling sludge leads to the outskirts of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. Okay. Rested, that's gonna have to be good enough. We've got a spell that will heal us if we need it. A wet splash behind you makes you stop. You slowly turn around to see a young girl sluggishly walking in your direction. In her eyeball, there's a swarm of disgusting worms. One of them falls to the floor with a wet splash. It's Worm Girl! We found her! I think we will just have to... Where's our chance to hit? 65, that's not great. Reaches into her eye socket. Well, I hope we can kill her. There we go, we got her. We are not doing well, though. We have to rest, explore the forest. Your friend has asked you to meet you with them at a certain secluded location. Getting there, you find a telescope with a note signed by your friend. The note tells you to look through the telescope. Curious, you check it out. You don't see anything at first. Then you notice it. The bloated body of a philosopher is getting closer. A parasitic organism burrows under the bark, undulating slowly. All nearby trees are connected underground. The main branch leads east. You make a mental note to avoid the region. While exploring the factory, you are caught by masked people you've seen from the inn's window. After tying you up, they bring you to the cult leader. We knew you'd come. You hear a raspy voice, your aunt's voice, coming from behind the priest's weird mask. She signals toward the door behind him. Our master is waiting for a final blood sacrifice. With a loud bang, the ancient horror disappears and the high priest falls to the floor, grabbing their shoulder. The last thing you see before blacking out are the beams of flashlights in the hand of a police officer saving you from falling. Later that day, detectives interrogating you are confused when you tell them about the ritual, the blood, and the eldritch being. The village is abandoned, with no trace of blood everywhere. You were the only one seeing the ancient horror. Far-out fable of a fear festival ending A. While you couldn't catch the leader of the cult to interrogate them, the people are saved. You board the old bus, wondering what would happen if you didn't stop the ritual in time. The air feels heavy, making it hard to breathe. Your rest action is less effective. Okay, we got a key. Any other outfits? Just a schoolgirl outfit. The TV host is gutting a big octopus. At least that's what she claims, but there are way too many tentacles. The shower will help you calm down and do wonders for your sore muscles. You need stamina. No, do not wear that. Take that off immediately. So Mega Milk is it's an old 4chan meme. It's very old. It's from like the 2000s. I don't really know what it was from. I think it was from some kind of an adult comic, which was not about adults. Macabre memoir of morbid mermaids. The janitor was obsessed with mermaids. He's collected every scrap of legend about them in the school basement. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is looking a little sketchy. There's one thing that everyone from the school is talking about. Another girl from your area has gone missing. Could there be anything connecting all the missing people? I should investigate downtown first. Investigate the seaside location twice. I'll do it. Something pulls you toward the beach. A statuette, half buried in the sand, is calling you. Feeling your hands shaking, you take a step closer. We're taking it home. Oh no! Mesmerized, you take it home and wonder where you'll display it. It's a bad idea. Crabs are feasting on a bloated corpse, carried to the beach by waves. We'll check them out. Oh, we got bit by crabs. Reaching for the body, you're attacked by several crabs that don't want to share the meal. You may be going crazy, but you swear something is watching you from the sea. Okay, I'm absolutely buying this crowbar and I'm equipping it immediately. Tired of not having a good weapon. Oh, we didn't have enough money. Okay. Can they, like, help me in the hospital? No, they can't. Okay, great. When you enter a metro car, you notice an oddly shaped package on the seat opposite you. It's marked with your name. You reach for the package but hesitate, an icy feeling settling into the pit of your stomach. As you pick up the package, you realize what you're holding and drop it in horror. +8 experience. What's in the box? Asking around the neighborhood nets you some results. It seems that all the girls attended the same school. Okay, Doom's pretty high. I think we're just gonna go straight to investigating. The pool is empty at this hour. It's dark, but you could swear something suddenly moved under the surface of the water. We'll check out the lockers. Someone left their wallet in one of the open lockers. All of the missing girls were apparently members of the school's swimming team. Maybe someone saw the kidnapper stalking them? Wait, why is it suddenly so dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look. Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in oily vapor. The fog is coming, the fog is coming, the fog is coming. Sludgy vapors rise upward, forming a perfect spiral. You back away from the window, surprised by this curious phenomenon. You find a notebook containing handwritten and detailed notes about the swimming club itself and... mermaids? Morbid school. Is that a different school from the one we were already at? A nauseating stench stops you. Someone has scattered rotted fish guts everywhere and hung up countless fish heads. You cover your mouth as you slowly retreat. A vast flock of seagulls outside viciously attack the windows. Whoever the kidnapper is, they seem to be really obsessed with mermaids. Inside the science lab, you find a plan of the town's sewer system. Someone has marked a path leading from the sea directly to the school building. Can't investigate your home. Oh, so the morbid school is just over. So we just investigate here to get into the sewer? We'll leave that man alone. There's something wrong here. A weird apathy seems to infect every adult you ask for help. You'll have to deal with it alone. The roads seem to twist and turn when you're not looking, trapping you in the neighborhood. You'll get lost. You spend hours trying to find a way out. Eventually, completely exhausted, you end up on the main street as the passage to the blighted neighborhood slowly closes behind you. compare the sewer plan with the school map, and suddenly it dawns on you. School basement. That must be the place the kidnapper is keeping the missing swimmers. She said she would do everything to be with you, even if it meant death itself. I remember this. That would be great. She's regaining health. Okay, we defeated her. Got an occult diary. Use this to reduce the doom. Increase our stamina. I'll take Bane. This will increase our speed for each ally that we have. And we can also boost our stamina. You busted the door to the janitorial closet, but it's already too late. The latest missing girl is lying on a dirty mattress. Her upper torso, at least. The tail of a fish has been crudely sewn in place of her legs. She was too weak and died, you hear the mad janitor say. He looks you up and down. Maybe you'll do. Not giving up after the previous failure, the obsessed janitor has found another body to experiment on. You! Okay, I sent our salaryman to attack the enemy. I'm not sure if that will help. There are story actions here. Topple a lamp to burn it all down. Alright, there was no way we were going to defeat him with our broken bottle. He had 25 hit points, and at best we can do 9 damage per turn. And we only had 3 hit points left. We toppled over a lamp and lit the place on fire, and now we're all burnt. Suddenly, the mutilated girl moans quietly and twitches. The fishtail causes a lamp to fall and break, igniting the chemicals. Mad Janitor catches fire and starts screaming terribly. You try to avoid him as he thrashes around, setting everything on fire. The thick smoke and smell of burning flesh makes you feel weak. You are rescued by the firemen, trying to contain the fire. No trace of the Mad Janitor is found, and no one believes your story, but you'll sleep a little bit better tonight, knowing that the other students are safe. You receive additional combat damage. Okay, the dog is gone. The school burned down. While classes will continue in an old wing, no students will gather in the schoolyard. Got my key. key. Yeah, it's absolutely just the idol from the Call of Cthulhu story. Freaky feature of found footage. 3 students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about local folklore and legends of a nearby forest. We'll investigate. I'm gonna investigate the mansion. You find a heavy tome wrapped in moth-eaten black velvet in an old locked cabinet. When you remove the wrappings, you recoil in disgust. It is bound in human flesh. We are definitely reading the Necronomicon. You uncover some of the secrets of the sleeping god. There's a local legend about a heartbroken seamstress. One stormy night, she broke into a local inn and stitched the unsuspecting guests together. Her final gruesome artwork. But that's just a legend, right? Good recovery. I found you at last. The legends say the witch was buried alive for kidnapping and murdering 2 children. It points you in a specific direction, potentially saving you some time. Check out the school's newspaper. Getting access to the student database would certainly speed up your investigation, but the receptionist would never allow it. If only there was a way to make her go away for a while. I'll talk to her. Charisma check. Success. Unannounced inspection, she asks. Thank you for telling me. While the receptionist is busy updating some boring papers, you copy the names and addresses from the database. We got our level. Kinda just want more stamina. I'll take this perception bonus here. There we go. I was thinking it was the run was maybe bricked, but I think we can pull it off now. Okay, we jogged around the block, and that gave us a reason. An old priest is performing a ritual to appease a local demon imprisoned underground. You're invited to join them. I will participate. Directed by a huge man wearing a demon mask, you have trouble following the intricate pattern of steps, bows, and claps. The ritual is a disaster. In the forest, you hear a faint whimpering in the distance. When you discover a wild dog caught by its hind leg in a bear trap. The dog growls menacingly when you get closer. We are helping the dog. You free the dog, but the rusty mechanism snaps and the trap closes on your hand. -2 stamina. That's okay. What you thought was just a discarded pile of clothes suddenly moves. As it stands up, a cloud of white powder is released into the air. Kinoko Gapper. This is a mushroom hunter. He has 26 HP and 20 power. I think I just want to run away. successfully ran away. It's said that a famous priest died on this rock. Perhaps his mysticism has seeped into it. We'll tap into his power. We got a spell. Lowers eldritch enemy damage by 1, but costs 3 stamina. The suspicious group you followed has been gathering in a nearby forest. They're enacting a ritual in clearing up ahead. The only nearby vantage point is a large rock. You find a pile of human teeth lying on a nearby rock. A sudden storm forces you to find shelter in a nearby cave. Looking around, you discover strange markings on the cave's walls. You try to decipher them. You recognize the symbols and connect them to the horrors plaguing your town. 5 experience. The rumored witch house seems empty. In the basement, however, you find a camera pointed at the large hole in the ground. On the table next to the cameras, you see 3 cassettes, each titled after one of the missing friends. Then you hear a curious sound coming from the hole. Got a peek. It takes a while to process what you're looking at. It's a gigantic eye staring right at you. Hypnotized, you continue to lean in, feeling weaker and weaker as the gargantuan beast lures you in. At the very last moment, the suspicious tall man grabs you by the collar. He explains he's part of a cult protecting the house and the mysterious entity below it. You've got a bigger purpose than to die here, he says, before knocking you out. You wake up a few hours later on a bus heading back to your town. Vicious verses of a violent vigil? You've received an official-looking letter. What does a law firm in Tokyo want with you? Following the directions from the letter, you slowly fight your way through the overgrown forest path. The old mansion looks like it was torn down and rebuilt many times, but where is everybody? You feel watched. It takes some time, but finally you manage to find somebody. Is this another guest? You should ask him what's going on here. A young woman wrinkles her nose when she notices you. You can swear you've seen the symbol engraved on her necklace before. If you want to pay respects to that old creep, follow the corridor to the right. You enter the art workshop. The room is cluttered with half-finished sculptures and bizarre masks hanging on the wall. One sculpture strikes you as eerily realistic. The head of the sculpture looks so lifelike you move closer and raise your hand nervously to touch it. It falls off. A headless person stumbles out of the sculpting classroom and it's reaching for your head. think if we just kind of play this one defensively. It might be better to just spam attack. No. Unless we have a spell. Actually, I want to see if these handcuffs will work. Can we use them? No. Resisting the unknown horror has taken its toll on your health. Weakened, you finally succumb to your injuries alone. As the dust settles upon your open eyes, reality starts to crumble. Okay, I'm curious as to whether we have, like, unlocked anything now. Progress meter here. Oh, okay, we can see what we're unlocking here. So, it's kind of like Isaac, where you unlock various items and stuff by getting certain achievements. So we have been making like meta progress through these runs, even though we've kind of failed them. See, now ones like this feel like too bright, but this feels good. I like this. Let's go with this. This is nice and moody. We'll quick play again. Okay, the supposed cause of the destruction of the Library of Alexandria, a perfect black marble statue, has been recently rediscovered and is currently awaiting the Museum of Ooh for its long-awaited premiere. Okay, so both we and enemies will deal extra damage. Oh, and we're this dude again. We're, I forget what his name is. Nicotine withdrawal makes us slower, so we do want to smoke before we get into any fights. Let's just hop right to it. Rotten report of rancid ramen. Out of thin air, a brand new ramen restaurant opens in town. It's adored by everyone. Watching the local news, you spot a familiar street. It's a feature about the newest ramen shop. The food critic has a manic look as he describes the ramen. His description makes your stomach turn. Okay, well, we have I guess there's a friend at this apartment that we can meet, but he's busy today. A woman jumps out of her apartment covered in gore. Between sobs, she tries to explain what happened. She was taking a shower when suddenly the shower head started spraying blood. A trail of blood leads into the dark apartment. Let's calm her down. The woman sniffs and smiles weakly. You feel like you've prevented something awful. Yeah? Wandering through the empty corridor, you find an old vending machine. You don't recognize the brands of sodas inside, but you could really use a drink. You buy a can of off-brand soda and take a sip. It tastes a little odd, but you enjoy the drink anyway. It seems you are not the only one wanting to try it for yourself. You stand in line for hours. Your questions fall on deaf ears and you're shunned. Okay, we bought a steak knife. I'm just going to equip that real fast. It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in between in fantastic and unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. Let's confront the stranger. You whirl around to see who's behind you. Luckily, the other person is a kind old lady who points you to the tombstone you were looking for. Under a stone, you find a note someone left for you. Wave is draining our stamina. It's finally your turn to order. One ramen, please. The owner's grin widens. Smoke these cigarettes. Experts are baffled by the sudden appearance of 20 stone statues lined up in a row in the middle of OOO Park. You can cast one spell without paying anything. The red bowl is pushed in your face. It's so crowded that you're forced to sit on the floor. You're pleasantly surprised to meet your old friend while waiting for a train. She's undoubtedly changed a lot since you've last seen her. These days, she's moderating a web forum dedicated to the paranormal. Maybe she knows something useful? Invite her for a coffee. In between conspiracy theories and Bigfoot sightings, you hear a worrying rumor about an old god slowly returning to rule the Earth once again. Could this be the reason for recent horrific events? With a slick hand, you fill a vial of the soup and walk out, all without hissing the weird dish. We're gonna take it to the lab. With the pulling of some delicate strings, you get the ramen into a lab. While handing over the gathered material, you hesitate. What should you send to the laboratory? So we can send the vial of ramen soup. It's probably possible that we could have gotten some other thing by exploring some different way. A mere day later, your friend rings your door. Her face is pale, and with a shaky hand she holds an analysis sheet. You usher her in and bolt the door. You feel ill looking at the charts. While they couldn't identify some of the particles, they did discover a highly addictive drug in the broth. The ramen restaurant must be closed immediately. A week later, police and government officials are looking over where the ramen restaurant used to be. Nothing remains but a gap in the street and aimless, confused customers. The whole town stopped receiving any outside signal. It must be the radio mast failure. Okay, so the town is now cut off from the outside world. Oh, we got all kinds of outfits. We're going with Kitty. Yeah, he won't wear the schoolgirl outfit. He says it's just a poster. So he's like a Yakuza guy in the 80s. I think he's too cool and manly to... He's too cool and manly to put on a schoolgirl uniform. Okay, so these 4 are ones we've seen before. Let's do the mermaid one again, just because I think that could have gone very differently. Do the seaside thing to get that quest. You decide to enter a small, shady bar on the docks. Maybe some of the old fishermen can help you in your quest. However, persuading them might be difficult. We have good charisma. Let's just try talking to them. Failed. They threw us out. That pair has been following you since morning. You finally managed to lose them, but can't shake the feeling that it'll only get worse. You may be going crazy, but you fear something's watching you from the sea. An item we can get, maybe? Okay, we got a milk bottle again. Okay. Took a nap. Got some health back. You're stopped dead in your tracks by a feeling of cold metal against your back. You look over your shoulder. Recognize me? The Yakuza's face sneers. Let's punch him. What the hell? You let out a rumbling yell, turning and driving your fist into empty air. There's nobody there. He's gone. Your wild swing sends you stumbling and confused. All this shit is really starting to get to you. But even if you ran into one of the real guys, they'd probably hate your guts just as much. Let's chat with the kids in the... It's a bad time to be out of cash, says the grim-looking man standing in your way. Our company fortunately specializes in cases like yours, and will gladly help you get back on track. After all, he takes a step closer, and you could swear there's a faint smell of rust around the man. Everyone has something to sell. Let's sell our fondest memory. Oh crap. It's 3 reasons. Suddenly everything gets dark. You feel sad, but you can't even tell why. In your pocket, you find an envelope with cash inside. Let's learn about studency. Oh, okay, so she's on the swim team. Her name is Taru. A tall woman with an unsettling face and twitching lips stops you. I'll be your new biology teacher. Could you please help me move some stuff to my office? Yeah, we'll help her. The creepy substitute teacher hands you dusty old biological specimens. The rancid smell of formalin almost makes you drop the jar. Should fetuses have so many legs? we have fish heads here. We go back to the regular school, or we go back downtown. Stop right there, you hear a voice coming from behind you. I won't let you destroy my life's work. Obsessed man. Okay. Okay. Will you just completely stab the guy to death? Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. The location's threat level increases. Something's wrong. You don't see anyone on the street, and you could have sworn it was crowded just a minute ago. You better hurry out of here. Okay. Go to the school basement. Find an impossible drawing and... Okay, let's investigate the school. Prepare ourselves. Okay, so I think we'll have a much easier time with this guy. Maybe not. Nope. Thought we could beat him. He just does too much damage. There we go. Oh, we would have got his axe if we killed him. That would have been nice. Alright, so that's 4 runs. Took about 2 hours. I have seen a lot of those events before. I understand that there's actually some like, let's see, what's new here? Okay. I understand that there's actually quite a bit of new content. It looks like, though, that it's not, it's mostly not content that's available when you start the game. So if you've played before, you'll still need to play a little bit to do your unlocks. I really like this game. I think its style, there's just nothing like it. The closest thing I can compare it to is like Lily's Well, which is a very different game, obviously. I'm a big manga fan. I'm a big Junji Ito fan. I think this really hits it on the head. So those are just my kind of first impressions. I'm familiar with this game because of like Vinny Vinesauce and Germa985 playing it. I think Germa played it. Maybe he's just in it. I think somebody made a German mod. Motov says they don't make them quite like this anymore. Motov, this game comes out tomorrow, so they don't make them quite like this yet. I am gonna try to get this edited up for the VOD. This is a pretty, should be a pretty easy one to throw together. Yeah, thank you all for coming, and I think this is a pretty solid game. I might kind of append some finalized thoughts to it before I post it on the VOD channel. So expect that like tomorrow or so. Yeah, I'm gonna get some rest and have a spooky night.